All right, so we're iSepta. We're simple SEPTA schedules on the go. We developed a website to make it so you could access the schedule information for the regional rail on your mobile phone. Sorry.
Website. It's iSepta.org. If you haven't heard of us, if you're not following us on Twitter, you've probably seen us in the mass media. We've got a lot of coverage by reputable magazines. Just to introduce.
I'm Randy Schmidt. I'm a web developer.
I'm Chris.
I'm Jason. I'm interface developer. It's basically, as Jeff said, iSepta is a grassroots effort. We haven't been working on this long. We don't get paid for it, and it's just something that we came together to do. Randy's idea through Twitter. Chris came on next, and then myself for the interface.
All right, so since we're obviously the most famous people in the room, we're going to try and teach you guys how to achieve international stardom in 5 simple steps.
So yeah, that's what we're going to do.
Yeah. All right, step number 1 is search out real-world frustrations or problems. So the problem that you're trying to solve needs to be a problem you have. It's your own scratch, or your own scratched itch to scratch. And try to make it small and real-world problems. Most people, likely other people will have it. Make sure it's something that really stinks. Sometimes it might be something right behind you. So, yeah. So how ours started was I was sitting in a bar and I was like, what's the next train that's leaving Philadelphia that'll get me home? So I look at my phone and I go to SEPTA's website and and it didn't work. I couldn't figure it out. So I was like, we need to make a SEPTA iPhone application, and that's how it started.
So step 2 is just get going, get moving. Don't plan it out too much. You don't have to have a business plan. Just get moving. If you think it's too overwhelming, look at all of you around here. There's such an awesome community in Philadelphia. Find somebody that can help you. So our problem with iSepta is we had to get a bunch of data from their HTML tables. So you can see the stats there, and we use scraping, but if that doesn't lend to your problem, you can always find a company like that to do the hard work for you.
Step 3 is break down preconceived notions. The girls from Interface probably talked about this much better than I ever could. Water slides to the center city, that's killer. But for us at iSepta, the thing we looked at was the gigantic SEPTA schedule, which is impossible to navigate in the paper or online form. So the notion that you have to know your route number before you can even search through this table is what we abandoned from the beginning. We just let people pick their start and end station and show them the next 5 trains, and that's a simple problem.
So we're going to take a little break here. Feel free to stand up and stretch out, grab a drink. Don't forget to tip the bartender. So what are you guys doing after here tonight?
I think we're going to a bar.
A bar? Is there anyone
Johnny
around?
Brenda's, I think, is nearby.
Johnny? All right, cool. I'm game. Might as well. So we just took that long break. Let's recap what we've given you. See the 3 steps up there. But they're really not the meat of what we're trying to tell you. We have 2 more steps coming up, and make sure you're paying attention to these 2 steps, because these are the ones that are going to make you an international star.
I forget what number 4 is. Step 4, deceive your users. I wish we had sound right now. Never gonna give you. So you've all been rickrolled. Right. It's a beautiful thing. So by deceive your users, we don't mean pull one over on them. We're talking more about the kind of thing where you're hiding complexity from your users, kind of like what your parents did for you when you were a kid. You went to sleep and woke up on Christmas morning and you had presents, and you didn't know about the shopping and all the things that went into that, but it was a special experience.
All right, step 5 is flaunt it. So when you develop something like this and you come up with like a version of it, just start talking to everybody about it. Just start telling people. They'll get people testing it. Ours, we had a first version up within less than a week, and it was like 90% accurate. So we just started a Twitter account and we just said, it's available here. It's not really a public site, but it was a staging site. So we just let people start hammering on it, and they told us when things were wrong, and we started working on it.
So lucky for you guys, we have a bonus tip in addition to the 5 steps, but basically the bonus tip is to start all the steps over again. When you come across a new problem, don't solve it with the same solution that you had for the first problem. Rethink the process entirely. So for us, for iSepta, we did the regional rails, and that's for someone that really wants to plan out their trip. They know when the schedule's coming. But for someone taking the bus, they don't really care what the schedule is. They just want to make sure that the next bus is coming in 5 minutes or 10 minutes. So it's an entirely different problem. So as you can see, you know, we're pretty famous across the world, you know. So if you listen to our 5 steps, you'll be sure to become stars as well.